Happy Tuesday. My name's Jana Williams and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I typically do my live videos here on YouTube at 5 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesdays, and over on Facebook on my business page, which is JannaStamps. I do those Fridays at 2 o'clock. I think I said I do them here on Fridays. I do them here Tuesdays at 5 and Facebook Fridays at 2. Okay, so this is my shopping site, the address there, and my May, there's not much of May left, is there? This is my May host code. So when you shop with me, please put that code in at checkout for any orders that are under 150. If you should shop and spend 150 or more, you would be your own host and you would earn rewards for that. So then you would not use that code. Okay, let's get started. I've got a pretty card today, and we are going to use the Color and Contour stamp set and the Scalloped Contours dies, which coordinate here with this stamp set. You need to have these dies in your stash. These are just great dies to have on hand, especially if you like scalloped edges. Let me bring it up a little bit closer. Each one, they're not only different sizes, but each one of them is just a little bit different. They all have a different edge here, so that makes them a lot of fun. The inside three all have some sort of a stitching, and then this one kind of looks like that lace, eyelet lace. And then there's this fun border one over here. And then these two cut out the flowers here in this set. They cut, one cuts out this one and the other cuts out that one. This set also has that fun splatter in there that you can use, you know, in a lot of your stamping. So that would be a good one to have to just use with a lot of different stamp sets. And then it's got this little flower down here. What I love about this is it's a two-step stamp set, so you don't, if you don't want to, you don't have to do a bunch of coloring with markers or pencils or whatever, because you can just ink up these and stamp directly into the outline areas there, and you are on your way. Of course, you can go ahead and just use the outlines, and then you can color them however you want. So yeah, this is a great set, lots of fun. So those are the main ingredients, and then I will be using some other things as well. And here are all the parts and pieces. I've got a Daffodil Delight card base, a piece of twine. We've got some great twine now available in the catalog that comes in, I think it's 4 colors. Let me see here. You get them all on one thing. Let's just take a little look because it's new. I just have to find it. Is it with the ribbon and trim? Yes, so you get the baker's twine here. You get crumb cake, white, black, gray granite, and very vanilla. So you actually get 5 different colors, and there's 10 yards of the crumb cake and white, and then the other 3 colors you get 5 yards of those for $11. Okay, so my patterned paper is from the party, let me grab it, Pattern Party Designer Series paper, and this is something, this is a huge pack of 48 sheets, and this is something you can get with your Hostess rewards once your order reaches $150. So it's got all these fabulous patterns. I love all the pretty colors. That's on one side, and on the flip side, everything is in black and white. So it's just really, really fun. I find myself reaching for that pack a lot. So we're going to be using the fun polka dot black and white from that side. And then we're also going to be using the flip side, the green. So we're going to be using things from both of those. I went ahead and cut this piece out of our basic black with the largest die in that die set that I showed you. And then I've got some more of the Daffodil Delight. Okay, let's see where am I starting here? I am going to start with this piece of white, and we're going to go ahead and do some stamping first. So I've got the big flower loaded up there. And let's see here what happened. I did not bring myself up here on my iPad, so let me just do that real quick. There we go. Make sure the volume is off. Okay. Be sure to say hello. The chat is live, so if you have any questions or anything, don't be bashful. Just say hello and tell me where you're watching from. Okay, so what colors do I want to do? I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I've done the others, and I will show you the others that I made already at the end. I think I'm going to do a Coastal Cabana flower. I don't know about you, but I just love teal type colors. They're kind of soothing and pretty, and living at the ocean, they always remind me of that. Okay, so I think I'm going to pull out Flirty Flamingo and do one in that color. Pretty. And then what other color? Maybe Fresh Freesia. No, maybe I should go ahead and do Daffodil Delight, because that is what color the card base is. So that will, oopsie, pull it all together. So I best go with that. And what I really need to do is to quit sticking my fingers in the ink pad. I'm so good at that. I don't know what the heck, but I am always doing that. All right. So now we'll come in and do the outline. Now the outline doesn't match up exactly because it kind of gives it that watercolor look. So I always have to kind of figure out, it does line up, you just have to figure out where the lineup is here. And it's a little bit harder when I can't get right over the top to find it. Okay. I think I've got it. Now I held that stamp the same across the paper, so shouldn't be as difficult to go ahead and line up the rest of them here. When you add the black, it just makes them pop. Sorry, I'm trying to get over the top a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to bring in my light basic black, and I'm just going to dab it around to fill in the center of these flowers. Because the reason I'm dabbing, because I want to leave a little bit of the white here and there, kind of like the petals do. And then from the dies, I will pull this one off here. And I don't need to run all this paper through the die machine, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that away. And I'll go ahead and cut these into sections here, because I can only run one through at a time. And what I look for on here is this little piece there, because I know that lines up right there with that one that sticks out, and that makes it way easier to line up your die. So it'll just take me a second to run these through. Boy, I tell ya, I am ready for some warm weather. It's been so rainy and yucky here for days. And the forecast doesn't show anything better till closer to the end of the weekdays. Okay, one to go. When you have these kinds of stamps and dies, once you figure out your points to line things up, you kind of remember it after that. It makes it easier the next time you go to use that set. Okay, there's our flowers. So I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to pull out this little piece of pattern paper. And I've also pulled out my strawberry builder punch because I want to use that leaf there. And I thought it would be fun to cut the leaves out of pattern paper just for some interest. So I just like to trim off those bits, and then I've got my scrap ready for the next time. Okay, so that part is done. I'm going to get all the little pieces ready, and then we can put the card together. So this is going to be for the inside, and I've just got, I think it's about a 1/2 inch strip of the Daffodil Delight, and then a strip that is slightly smaller of that patterned paper. And I'm just going to glue this onto the yellow here. Looks like I need to do a little bit of trimming right along there. I always like to cut my strips a little bit longer than the width of the card where it's going, so that I can trim the ends up once I have it stuck down in the card, to make sure that it goes all the way to the ends of the card. Okay, so there is that piece. Now I've got a scrap here of white, and this is another new set in the annual catalog called Biggest Wish. So it's got all of these words in this big bold font, and then it's got all of the same words in this smaller, really nice cursive font. And so you can combine these anyhow you want to come up with whatever phrase you want. But for today, I just want to use the hello, and this is a photopolymer stamp set. So I've taken them off the carrier sheet there and attached them inside the case. I really love that we have that option now. And here it is. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that out in Black Memento Tuxedo Black. It's such a pretty font. Okay. Pretty. Okay, so I also have my double oval punch, and I'm going to punch that out, and let me cut this off because I don't want to waste that paper up there. I'm going to punch it out with the smallest oval here. Just need to get it in there where I want it. And then from the yellow here, I'm going to punch the larger oval. Now that scrap is ready for next time. And I can go ahead and glue those two pieces together. I'm just going to use a little liquid Tombow. So this is a fairly quick card to make. So if you had, say you wanted to do a bunch of thank you cards, you could make this greeting on the outside say thank you, and you could whip out several of them in a pretty short amount of time. So that piece is ready. I think we're ready to put this card together. Okay, so I have my daffodil yellow card base, and it is cut at 5.5 here by 8.5, scored at 4.25, and I am making this a top fold card. So let's go ahead and do the inside bit. I've got a piece of white here cut at 5.5 by 4, and then I'm just going to put this little border strip that we put together down at the bottom, just to dress up the inside of the card a bit. And I'm not going to stamp any sentiment on the inside at this point, and that's why I kind of kept the outside greeting generic with just the hello, because that way I can use this card for lots of different occasions, whatever might come up that I need a card for. It could be birthday, it could be some sort of a congratulations, it could just be like a happy mail card, you know, whatever the case may be. Thinking of you, get well soon. This card could go a lot of different directions. I like to have those kind on hand. And this yellow makes this one so bright and cheerful, I think. Could definitely put sending some sunshine on the inside of this one. All right. So I guess we have one more thing to cut with our pattern paper here. I'm going to take that next size down die here with this pretty scalloped border, and I'm just going to run that through the machine real quick. So while I'm kind of putting this together, I wanted to let you know that Stampin' Up! Put out a digital download, and I have that available on my Facebook business page, which is also JannaStamps. However, on Facebook it's 2 words, so it's like Stamps is my last name. If you put it, which it's not, but if you put JannaStamps in there, you'll find it. And it's a free digital download with some really nice designs and words and things like that. So you can just download it and print that out if you have a printer available, and use all those designs to make cards or whatever else you might want to use them for. And it's all for free. Free is good. I love black and white with polka dots. So cute. All right. Now then, let me bring in some dimensionals. And I can flip all these things upside down and put sticky on them. The leaves are going to tuck, so I just like to put the dimensional on the tip. And since they're going to tuck under the flowers, I don't even need to worry about adding any other glue to them, because they will stay put since they're going to be under the flowers. All right. Let's see how we want these. Ooh, I like that. All right. I like these colors together. These are completely different than what I put on my other two cards. Hi, Joe. You caught me live. Okay, so I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card. Boy, that yellow just really pops with the black and white. Love it. Okay, now where did my piece of twine go? Here it is. So let me just kind of gauge here where I want some sticky to hold my twine. And this just adds a little bit of fun and dimension to the front of your card. I'm going to tuck it under that flower there. Let me get my take your pick tool so I can kind of play with this a little bit. There we go. All right, now I'm going to add, we got to have some sparkle and bling. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Wink of Stella here in the center. And just like I dabbed the marker, I'm going to dab the Wink of Stella. The flower, yes, Joe, it is. It's the Color and Contour flower or stamp set and the Scalloped Contours dies. Okay, now let me clean off the tip of my brush because it does tend to pick up a little bit of that color. And then I've got some of the clear rhinestones here, but I am going to color them up. I've got my dark Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blend marker. These are alcohol markers. Oops, that one wants to move around there. Let me see if I can push it down so that it's stuck while I color it. So alcohol markers, you can color your clear rhinestones and make them any color you want them to be. And it does not rub off. So I decided to do them green just to go along with the leaves. I hope, yeah, it looks like the sticky's on there. I thought maybe that one was missing its sticky, but it's sticky. There we go. That is going to finish this card. Very quick but pretty and fun card, I think. So like I was saying, you could mass produce these and make quite a few of them in a pretty short amount of time. Okay, let me bring in the other two that I made. So this one I did the same color of card base and also a yellow flower, but I did a red flower and a gorgeous grape. So that's a little bit different there. And then this card I did in my very favorite color, red. I had to do a red one. So I did a red flower to go along with the card base. And then I did a polished pink and a pumpkin pie. So that was the color in there. So which is your favorite? Red is mine. Red is usually always what I pick. But yeah, red is my favorite. So let me just put my store address up there again and my host code for May. When you place an order with me and use the host code and your order is $35 before shipping and handling, I send you a thank you card along with a little thank you gift the following month. So that is just something to keep in mind, but please do use that host code. There's a place to put it at checkout. You'll find this also on the landing page of my shopping site, but it'll be right there if you want to take a picture. Oh, thanks, Joe. And then, yeah, go to my Facebook page and grab that free digital download if you're interested in that. Another announcement is, I think on June 1st, the new kits will be available, and some of them are all-inclusive. They even give you a little clear block for stamping. You'll get a Stampin' Spot, which is a little square ink cube. You'll get your adhesives. You'll get everything to make the cards. And then there's also some kits that don't have like the ink and stamps, but you'll have all parts and pieces to make complete cards with that you don't have to stamp. And so it's kind of get them while you can. I think what's going to happen is they'll put an assortment out there, and then maybe they'll put a new assortment out once those are gone. I'm not quite positive exactly how that's going to work. There is a blurb about it here in the front of the catalog. Let me just find it. Right here. So, yeah, it doesn't have the prices, but they are very reasonable. It's not a subscription. It is just you buy whichever kit you like. And then the paper pumpkin kits, those are a subscription, or you can just buy one at a time of those as well. But when you get the subscription, then the shipping I believe is free. When you just buy one kit at a time, you're gonna have shipping to pay on that. So there's different prepaid plans or the month-to-month plan. So if you have any questions, you can always message me. My email address is JannaStamps@gmail.com. Pretty easy to remember. And thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. And I hope you will also join me Fridays over on my Facebook page, 2 o'clock Pacific time, and I do a live then also. So if not, I will see you back here again next Tuesday. In the meantime, have a great week and happy stamping. Yeah, Joe, thank you. $12 or $19 for those kits. Very reasonable price. So $12 for the ones that don't include the stamps, and then $19 for the all-inclusive ones. Thanks for putting that up there. All right, see you next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.